Ubiquiti have released UniFi Network 10.6, and let's take a look at some of the improvements that have been added to this. We have the new Drift Inspector, Topology Spotlight, expanded SafeOps features, along with some improvements and bug fixes. Now, we'll have a look at these individually in just a second, but going down further on this list, there is a bunch of things down here. So we have a time machine for the radios and metrics now, which we'll take a look at, expanded port manager time machine for all ports, and there are a whole bunch of changes in here that I will leave a link to this down in the description below if you want to check it out. Some of the obvious ones worth calling out: there's reduced firewall state timeouts for the bigger profiles. So this is the EFG, EF Core, and UXG Enterprise. We have empty password options for Radius MAC authentication, so you don't need a password in there. You can sort your topology by devices. We have a new multicast suppressor, which requires a firmware version of 8.8. There's also a lock port to UniFi device option in Port Manager as well. This requires version 7.6. Another one worth noting is there's added support for multiple U5G devices on the same LAN. So previously you could only add one 5G device. You can now add multiple by the looks of it. And there's some other just general improvements within this. So let's kick off with the Drift Inspector. Here I am within Fabrics, and I'm currently on the Blueprints, which is the orchestration engine. I have a base one, which I have synchronized to my UDR. So you can see that's been synchronized successfully. And if I show you the UDR, we have it set up right here. And then some of the settings are managed by Fabric. But what this allows me to do is if I click on this, if I click edit, I actually have this option ticked down here, allow local override. So what I'm actually just going to go and do in here, I'm just going to click on the Wi-Fi here, and I'm just going to change this name to Blueprint Test, and then we'll click apply. So we've changed that SSID. We'll change this SSID to, as you can see, I'm being very creative with my names just here, and we'll change this one to InsideWire, for example. So let's apply that. So as soon as I've made those changes, I came back here and you can see that has appeared right there. So it appeared literally straight away. So we click on it and it tells you automatically down here. So let me move myself out of the way. It says what you've changed. So we've changed the Wi-Fi name on 3 different networks, which was what they were, what you've changed them from, so what it is in Blueprint, and what you've changed them to. Now, you have 2 different options at this point. You can either sync back again with Blueprint, and that will push your changes down to the 5G max again, or you can keep the override. So if I tick these, I'm going to go and sync this with Blueprint and let that go off. And I'll give that a couple of moments. And now I've gone back to my UniFi setup, and if I refresh the page, you can see those names have now been changed back. Next, we have the Topology Spotlight. Now, in here, you'll see that it doesn't say Topology Spotlight on here, and you can see everything that is listed. These are all my devices on my network, but we can then move to client devices, and then you'll see Selection Spotlight pop up. Now, what it says here is have at least one client filter to see the spotlight. So if I wanted to see, for example, all my wired devices, that shows me exactly everything here that's wired into the network. And if I hover over one of them, you can see we have this pulsating light over the back of it. I think that's without hovering. We can do wired or wireless clients. So if we want to see what's on the 2.4 network and what they're connected to and what their upstream is, even 5 and 6 gigahertz too. So we can see what's connected via each of them. SafeOps was introduced in version 10.5 and they've made it better in version 10.6. So if we go to high availability, we have SafeOps that appears on here. We have channel AI automation. That's something new that's appeared on here. We can highlight these and it will optimize each band at a certain time throughout the day and which are the bands that you want that to happen on as well. We have this right here, which is the test and confirm custom. And it does say on here, test and confirm is not supported on the following UniFi devices. So the Flex, the E7 and the AC Pro. So we can have custom and select each of the individual ones down here, or you can click auto. They will become automatically available as they get added. Now, if you want to leave it at custom and just tick VPN settings, you can also do that as well. We have management VLAN rollback, so reverts VLAN changes if the device becomes unreachable. So that's quite another useful thing. I believe this is new as well. It staggers the PoE port power-ups during switch restarts to reduce power surges and prevent overloading. So I think this is something new that's appeared in 10.6 as well. Another cool feature or change that they've added in here is your device view. So we used to have group by application before, which was right here, but we now have sort by topology, which kind of gives you how everything was plugged in. And then we also have a bulk update manager, which will just highlight everything that needs an update. So there's some really cool updates in terms of being able to view this in different ways. Next was the time machine for the ports. So I've just ran the update just now, and you can see we have Not a lot here at the moment, but you can see we have some changes in here and what's changed around. So we have some events that you can see. There you go, Dream Router 5G Max connected and then disconnected. So you can see the changes that have happened over the last 24 hours. When you click on the port itself and you scroll down and we change this, we can see we have port security now. There's an additional feature in here. So if we change this to manual, and then you can see we have lock port to UniFi device. So we can have this port assigned to the Dream Router 5G Max, which basically stops anything else being plugged into those. As long as that device is locked onto it, nothing else will work on this port. I think that pretty much covers everything that we have in this update. Like I said, there are a lot of small changes that have happened, but I'm not going to go through each and every one of them because it will turn probably into a 20-minute video. But let me know what your favorite update is of this, and the link to the release notes are also down there as well. For now, this is InsideWire, and I'll see you in the next one.